there's a stain operative in this very room. It's him.
Let me unmute. Hello, friends. Welcome to
Hello.
the stream with hotter questions and even hotter wings.
Is that the hot ones?
That's the hot ones intro.
Yeah.
This is Megan.
Hi. Nice
Megan
to meet you.
will be
Where's
will
the
be
camera? Hi.
yeah, camera's there. Megan will be asking me our lovely questions that you guys submitted. I've got my cauliflower wings here.
I've also got some cauliflower
And,
wings with winter sauce.
And a variety of sauces here to choose from. We have 10 sauces today, the Hot One Seasons 20 lineup, and I will be ranking them as we go. So to start with, we have the classic Hot Ones hot sauce, which here I have their little description here, which is 1600 Scovilles. So very, very mild heat, right?
And the bottle has like more description if you're curious about what stuff.
Yeah.
I'll read that too.
I got it there too. It's chili peppers, maple syrup, cider vinegar, regular vinegar, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and turmeric. Oh yeah, let me say hi to everyone. Hi Phones, hi Bisexual Madeir, hi Kristen, hi Mono Zero, hi Frubbles, hi Akira. The cosplay's not done yet. The cosplay's gonna take more than a week. I gotta get some parts fabricated. I have to go buy a bra. There's a lot that has to happen before the cosplay. Hi Valhalla. Alright, shall we begin then?
Yeah. For it. I got questions on my phone. If you see me looking down, that's why.
Alright, this is the classic hot sauce. Chili maple. Okay, that one's not too hot, but, you know, it's a nice taste.
Alright, so first question. So, someone asked, your FE story. I assume this is, how did you get into Fire Emblem, and, you know, what was your experience going through the series?
Sure, yeah. So I started playing Fire Emblem when I was a young warthog. I would have been like 9 or 10, probably. I played Fire Emblem 7. I played it... I don't remember if I played it before or after Smash, but it wasn't because of Smash. I didn't think I was playing the Roy game. And I really liked it. It was a little hard for me. I didn't get through Fire Emblem 7. Even though it was the first game I played, it wasn't the first one I beat. The first one I beat was Sacred Stones, and then I went back to FE7 after that. And then I started hanging out on, like, the game FAQs, Fire Emblem forums, which was a terrible idea. Did not teach me how to play Fire Emblem at all. That was back in the Jagans are bad days. And yeah, and then it just became one of my favorite series, and I played pretty much all of them right when they came out. Shadow Dragon was...
Salary.
Wild
Wings.
Shadow Dragon was the first one I didn't immediately finish. For a long time, Shadow Dragon was the only one I hadn't beat because I just didn't like it when I started playing it. But I recently reapproached Shadow Dragon, and I like it a lot more now. So yeah, it's just been one of my favorite stories since I was 9 or 10.
I'm worried this is too crunchy. Hope it's not picking up on my...
That's fine. It's a food stream.
Fair enough. Yeah. Let's see.
All right, let me get the next wing. Our next sauce is Shaquanda's Banji Ranch, which has 6,200 Scoville heat units, and it's white distilled vinegar, water, tahini, onion, sugar, onion powder, black pepper, garlic powder, salt, dill, celery seeds, chives, and heirloom smoked Tivate chili.
I'm sure that's how.
Sure. Let's try it. Last time we did this at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I did not like their ranch. So we'll see if this one's better.
Yeah, their ranch was not. I apologize for the crunch ASMR. Alright, so, what is your favorite and least favorite Fire Emblem class? We got a couple questions of, like, what is your favorite Fire Emblem class?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, first, this is better than the Buffalo Wild Wings ranch.
Oh, good.
This is pretty good.
Good.
I'd give the last one, like, a B. This one's a little better. I'm gonna give it a B+. Favorite Fire Emblem class? It used to be, Paladin. You know, I was a GBA Emblem baby, so... I loved horses because of that. I was a horse boy.
Were you?
No. Only in Fire Emblem terms. But, as I've grown older and horses have become less dominant, I think I'm a hero man now. I think I like heroes. They always had cool animations in GBA. I don't know, I've liked them in every game that they're in. I like a good combat foot soldier.
A very boring answer, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And they have backup attack.
I feel like you're just picking generic, you know, Warrior dude.
Well, they're cool.
No, that's fair.
I got a hostile interviewer here.
I'm just saying, I'm allowed to share my opinions.
It's true,
Even
you
if
are.
I'm not.
You
I mean,
are,
my
yes.
wings are mildly spicy. They're like.
You're welcome to try any of these.
Maybe.
We have plenty of unseasoned wings. Least favorite. That was the second part of that question,
it was.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say my least favorite is like Axe Fighter. I don't mind the promoted versions. Like Warrior's kind of cool. And like now that you can do like reclassing and stuff, Berserker is cool. But I feel like unpromoted fighters were like always like little pieces of shit that you just had at the beginning of the game, and you only trained one if it was FE7 and you wanted Carla, and you had to train Bartray to promoted level 5 to get Carla. Do you know about that recruitment requirement?
No.
In FE7, there's a swordsmaster called Carla that joins like a chapter and a half before the end of the game, only if you have Bartray trained to promoted level 5 and bring him to this chapter. Then she appears in the arena, you have Bartray fight her, and if they both survive, she recruits herself.
Very silly.
GBA Hero Crit is still the best animation in all of FE. I agree. Hero Crits are goated. Alright. Next up we have Pidejo, which is 15,000 Scoville units. White vinegar, mango, onion, carrot, habanero, pepper, garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika. So far, nothing overly spicy. Got a little mouth tinglies, but that's it.
You're wondering why I'm eating all this celery. It's because my wings are spicier than I thought they would be. In part because I think I tried this sauce during a Hot Ones thing, so I didn't think it was spicy because everything was spicier.
Ooh, this one's good. I give this one an A.
Nice.
This is a very tasty sauce.
Is it sweet? Is it good for meat? That was a question we got. Which of these sauces is sweet, and which one is good for meat? And you're a vegan.
It is hot. I'm feeling the heat on this one. This is the first one I'm really feeling the heat on, but tasty. A little sweet. This is the best tasting one so far.
Oh, nice. So, since I should just bring up you being vegan, I would like to read out a question that has a typo in it, and also doesn't apply to you.
Okay.
It's, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games but no games?
Well, I'm getting no games either way, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Assuming...
I assume they meant unlimited games but no bacon.
Yeah, obviously games, but no bacon, because I can't eat it.
Yeah.
Or give me another one, though. That was a quick one.
No, yeah. Also on the topic of veganism, if you had to have one non-vegan meal, what would it be? What do you miss the most?
What do I miss the most?
Yeah.
Previously, I would have said hot dogs, but recently we found a good vegan hot dog. It took a little bit, but Morningstar makes pretty good vegan hot dogs. So that's not such a big miss for me anymore. However, mac and cheese, I have not found a good alternative for. I do miss mac and cheese,
but,
for
like,
sure.
if you had to compare it to, like, steak or something.
I miss mac and cheese more than I miss steak.
Alright, interesting.
Oh, let me eat another sauce. I'm like, next question, but I'm like, wait, I gotta eat a sauce before I do that. Alright, next up we have Los Calientes Verde. 36,000 Scoville units. A whole bunch of chilies, ranging from serrano to habanero, apple cider, apricot, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, agave nectar. This one might be maybe a little sweet. Maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
It's verde, that's a nice color.
It's got tomatillos in it, yeah.
Very sweet sauce, very tasty. Not quite as good as the last one, so I'm gonna give it an A-.
If you could create a lizard riding class in Fire Emblem, which lizard would it be?
As in, like, which lizard would I like them to ride?
Yes.
I mean, so we already have wyverns. But I'm gonna say, like, about like a raptor. Like a raptor knight, you know? They'd have a spear, they could They could jump.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a lot, like a sized up version of an existing tiny lizard if you wanted.
Yeah, but raptors are cool.
Yeah, okay.
Or like rideable geckos that can mountain climb would be cool because they got like their
That
sticky
would be
hands.
cool, yeah. Also, what is your favorite lizard?
Ooh, my favorite. I mean, the blue-tongued skink, of course, our baby boy.
All right, and then someone asked, what is your second favorite animal?
So my second favorite lizard,
Well-
or non-lizard.
Yeah, I guess that's also an option.
I would say my favorite non-lizard animal, maybe a giraffe. Giraffes are pretty cool, but also baby elephants. I mean, elephants are cool when they grow up too, but baby elephants are peak.
Yeah, and you also like elephant seals, which I find funny.
Oh yeah, they're funny. All right. Next up in our lineup of 5, before we get into the hotter sauces of the bunch, we have the Brooklyn Delhi Ghost Pepper Sauce. That's right, the Ghost Pepper Sauce is only halfway through.
Which is crazy. When I was pouring these, I was like, did I get them in the wrong order?
I did see the Giraffe Tear Zoo video. It is a good one. But yeah, so we have the Ghost Pepper Hot Sauce from Brooklyn Delhi. Delhi? I don't know. Tomatoes, water, ghost peppers, tomato paste, sunflower oil, sesame oil, etc. 39,000 Scoville units. Cheers.
Alright, so what games do you enjoy playing besides Fire Emblem? Someone also asked, what is your favorite non-strategy RPG game / series? Also your social security number and mother's maiden name.
Okay. Ooh, this one's a little hot. Give the taste a C+ on this one. I didn't love it. It's not bad, but I didn't love it. There were multiple parts to that. Can I get one at a time?
Yeah, what other games do you like besides Fire Emblem? And your favorite non-strategy RPG?
Yeah, played a lot of Risk of Rain 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I used to be really into Overwatch. Played some League of Legends, Dead by Daylight. I don't know, am I missing any that I play a lot? I play a lot of JRPGs in general.
You play a lot of card games. You used to play Hearthstone quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been off the card games for a little bit, but I do love a good card game. I used to be pretty good at Hearthstone. I've played a lot of Magic. In those, I always like the draft formats. Okay, this one's pretty hot. Ghost Pepper's pretty hot.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I guess another question on the topic of other media is, have you played D&D?
Weren't there like 3 more questions in that question?
Well, it was, what is your favorite non-strategy RPG game? And what is your social security number and mother's maiden name? So.
Oh, social security number and mother's maiden name. Oh, is this
69.
Danny's question? I'll message you the social security number,
It's
Danny.
69420.
Yeah.
And his mother's last name is.
Kled is a super cool lizard rider. That's a good shout, Arthur.
I like Clint. I don't know how to fucking play him at all.
All right.
I play Nico, which is a lizard.
Shall I grab the next 5 sauces?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the 5 we have here and get the 5 hottest ones.
Should I entertain chat in the meantime?
Yes.
Or, okay, what do you want me to talk about?
I don't know, whatever you want.
Here. For the most part, I think I'm going to be doing every question, which is why we still got unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games but no games, because I still thought that one was pretty funny.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah. But I do think the answer, I think someone in chat had said, like, it is correct. Like, yeah, you want unlimited games and no bacon no matter what. Like, bacon's good, but it's not unlimited games.
I agree. Okay, bacon is the most overhyped thing in the world.
I like bacon, but the weird, like, I would say, like, early 2010s, like, cultural thing around it that's like, oh, I have bacon toothpaste or whatever, like.
Yeah, bacon is a delight. It's delicious. But, like, I don't know how it became, like, the good food.
No, not at all. Yeah, you're not an actual lizard, what a ripoff? False advertising.
I mean, that's what you think. Just wait until I remove my skin and you see the scales underneath.
Lovely. Shed.
Okay. So now we're getting into the hotter sauces here. We
Some of
have
these are a little intimidating.
we have Mushroom Mayhem. This is actually the one I was most excited to try because I was like, oh, it's a mushroom hot sauce. It's 68,000 Scoville heat units, and it has red wine vinegar, tomato paste, water, not white, habanero pepper, brown sugar, scorpion pepper, mandarin orange, horseradish, shiitake mushroom powder, portobello mushroom powder. I like mushrooms, so I'm hoping this will be a good one. Also hoping I won't feel like death after I eat it.
Yeah, I think someone asked, what are you doing after this?
After this? I mean, we're gonna see how I feel at the end.
Yeah.
If I feel okay, we might do like engage. You know, the character picker thing. I think that could be a fun thing to do while I'm dying.
Another question that someone asked, which may be a little long, but you could do afterwards, is tiering the Fire Emblem Lords by how well they would handle spicy food.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Let's get this mushroom in my mouth. Oh boy. That's tasty.
Oh, good.
That's a good sauce.
Nice.
I mean, I'm sure the heat's gonna hit me in about 5 seconds.
Alright, if Lawrence from Three Houses was
Best
real...
sauce so far.
If Lawrence from Three Houses was real, would you get along with him?
Oh yeah, that's hot. 1 sec.
Well, I need to know. Would you get along with Lawrence from Three Houses?
I think that, like, Lawrence would be, like, the kind of person that, like, who would, like, annoy me, but, like, we have, like, a mutual friend, so they're, like, in our Discord calls all the time, and I don't dislike them enough to do anything about it.
Right.
You know? Like, they haven't said anything wrong or bad, they rub me the wrong way.
Right.
So, like, I can't justify getting them out of the Discord or anything, but I don't think I would get along with them, but I think, not so bad that I would need them to, like, leave the Discord calls.
Now, if Lawrence had a gun, would this change your opinion? This question is from our friend Josh.
This is so specific. Tell me you guys have not had this experience before. Oh yeah, that's hot. Sorry, what was the question?
If Lawrence had a gun, would this change your opinion? He is pro-gun control. We had a whole discussion about this.
Oh, okay. I don't think, you know, I'm actually not overly worried about Lawrence with a gun. I don't think he would shoot me with the gun.
No, probably not.
So I'm cool if he has a gun. Holy fuck. Okay. Oh, I gotta eat a carrot. Hold on. Sorry, I need this carrot. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but, like, my nose is running.
Oh boy.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I am not doing this spicy wings so I can ask questions, and also I don't have spice tolerance at all. We're both very white, but if you can't tell,
Whew.
I'm paler than, like, the wall behind me, so...
There are worse characters to get the gun. You're
Oh, yeah.
100% right.
100%. Yeah, the reason for that question is that in a server we're both in, they have a Lawrence with a gun emoji. Gun Lawrence, so...
Alright, we got 4 sauces left, people. We have Dreams of Calypso next.
Got a mermaid on it.
Dreams of Calypso. It's got... Mermaids are cool. How hot could a mermaid sauce be? Answer 101,000 Scoville units.
Oh boy. Fun.
Made by Angry Goat Pepper Company. That sounds more correct. Let me just ponder my life choices before I eat this one real quick.
You're stalling. Alright.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not great. I give it a B-.
So I think I asked this question earlier, but you cut me off. Have you ever played D&D?
Yeah, I love D&D.
Yeah, we play a lot of D&D.
Started playing in middle school. We were playing 3.5. We kind of knew the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, we a little bit knew the rules. And 4E came out not long after that, and we played that once, then we went back to 3.5 and Pathfinder, because everybody hated 4E except for me. I think 4E is pretty cool.
It's different.
Oh,
Very
so
different.
we played that in middle school and high school. And then I didn't play for a while after that. First couple years of college, I didn't really play. Then I started a D&D group online with some people, including Fuck.
Including fuck?
Including Fuck. Including Megan.
I think Gabby originally was the one.
And, Gabby was DMing.
She kind of made the group initially.
And we've been playing with some variation of that group ever since.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had members rotate in and out.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, the three of us are usually all together, so yeah. He my college roommate and I.
Can I have a paper towel?
Yeah, go for it. Your nose is running?
Yeah.
Well, there was a second part to this question.
Hi, Rafe Gall.
Which is, if you had heard of the Dragonborn race. But what are your opinions as a lizard on the Dragonborn race?
I do have a take on the Dragonborn race. It was cooler in 3.5. In 3.5, Dragonborns were a sub-race, so, like, you could be a Dragonborn of any race. And what it was like, I'm trying to remember the exact lore, but the one time I played as one in 3.5, I was like a dwarf. And it's like you were like a worshiper of, like, usually Bahamut. And then you, like, go in an egg and you come out like a dwarf with dragon scales and shit. I always thought that was kind of cool. It was, like, associated with a god.
Are you dying?
Yeah, I'm dying. It was associated with a god, and then, like, each Dragonborn was a little different, right? Because you had a different template race that you were putting Dragonborn on top of. Whereas in 5e, they're just kind of lizard people, which normally would appeal to me, right? But we already have lizard folk. There's lizard folk in every edition of D&D, so now I'm just like, this is just like lizard folk, but different.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's my take on Dragonborn.
My personal theory about why they did that is that when you introduce someone to D&D, one of the most common things people say is, well, can I play as a dragon? And they want to have an answer for yes. That is easy for new players, as opposed to a sub-race, which is a little more complex. So.
Yeah. Well, and it was also in, like, some splat book that, like...
everything in 3.5 is.
Yeah.
What were the core rules of 3.5?
Well, I just mean, you probably wouldn't put a sub-race in the core rulebook, you know? Because it's kind of like a... Oh, boy. Alright, we're in for the sauce I was most nervous about now. The Bomb Evolution. Now,
this is the 8th sauce, by the way.
Let me tell you the reason I'm nervous about this one a little bit. Most of these other sauces are designed to, like, taste good. My understanding of Da Bomb is it is just designed to hurt you. It is just heat, and apparently it is awful. People that have been on Hot Ones often say it is the worst sauce despite not being the hottest. Here we go.
Alright.
Yeah, not a good taste.
How would you solve the tense political situation
Oh my God.
in Fodlan?
Oh my god.
The tense political situation in Fodlan, Brian.
Okay, the tense political situation in Fodlan. I think Edelgard has good ideas,
No, but how would you
but
solve it?
perhaps not the political acumen to implement them properly. So, I do think, I don't mind the idea of, like, a revolution, right? I think that's, like, a thing that you could do.
Uh-huh.
But I think that, like, so we need, like, an Edelgard-like figure. But, like, one that thinks a little bit more about, like, the logistics of, like, what a meritocracy looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. So, like Edelgard has great, like, the meritocracy's good, right? Or, like, a slightly more, but, like, I've always thought that, like, just getting rid of the crest doesn't really get rid of, like, the social stratification. Like, the nobles are still going to be where they are because they have all the money and resources, right? So you need something like in the Ferdinand support, they talk about public education, and I think that's a great idea. You know, something like that is a way that you can take people that's like how you have, like, class mobility, right? I'm assuming we can't just do something like redistribution of wealth. That seems a little too
Commie of us?
Yeah, I don't think we can go from, like, feudalism right to space communism. But, you know, so I think Edelgard's idea has been implementing things like public education or, like, representative democracy would be a really good first step.
Alright, sounds good.
I'm gonna get a little more water now. Holy fuck.
Yeah, no, this was the one that I was like, oh, I have to ask this whenever he's dying the most, so. It's a good question for this, for sure.
Christ.
The solution is to give Lawrence a gun.
So yeah, Edelgard's ideas are good. I think she has the right framework. We could just make a couple changes and I think it would be Gucci.
Alright, do you need an extra question to take some time? Or?
Give me one more, yeah.
Give you one more?
I need a little
Okay,
bit more recovery time before the taco vibes only.
Yeah, let's see here. Well, there's just the, which superpower would you want to have?
Oh, so I actually got asked this in a job interview recently.
Really? Interesting,
Yeah.
that's funny.
And my answer to this has always been flight. Ugh.
Need another paper towel?
Yeah, that would be good. My answer has always been flight. Because, well, I've always been between, like, flight and super speed. Because, like, you could do a lot of things with super speed, right?
Yeah.
Especially if it works like the Flash, where super speed also means you can, like, phase through objects and shit. Oh my god. I can't believe how much hotter that was than the last one. But I've always thought that, shapeshifting's a good call. I've never really considered that, but that's a good one.
My one is stopping time. Because then I can just vibe. And then, like, I can kind of get all the laziness out of my system. But then there's also, like, you know, the cool time-stopping stuff.
But I always thought it would be really cool to fly, you know? And you don't have to go on airplanes.
Yeah, but what if you get tired? Like...
Oh, well, I'm not gonna get tired. I'm a superhero. Okay, I think I'm ready as I'm gonna be for the next one. Our next, by the way, F- for the bomb. Our next one is Taco Vibes Only, which I think is a delightful name for a hot sauce. And really undersells the fact that it has 638,000 Scoville heat units.
Which is 6 times the previous one, right?
It is 6 times the previous one.
Yeah, you will not catch me eating.
See, so this is why I was saying, like, it's not just the peppers that make the sauce, right? Because this is also a ghost pepper sauce, as was the 5th one. I have some regrets. Let me just... Every time I put the sauce on one of these, and then I'm like, I gotta think about it for a minute, you know? I'm like, why do I do these things to myself?
Should I call you a coward so you'll eat it faster? But I'm a coward. So, what Fire Emblem character do you think gets the most undeserved hate?
That wasn't that good. It's better than bomb, but I give it a D. Oh, God. Fuck.
Undeserved hate.
Undeserved hate. So obviously I'm biased because this is one of my favorite Fire Emblem characters. But Erica gets a lot of hate for the Leon scene where she gives him the rock. But I always thought that was a little unfair because it's like... holy shit. They're like best friends, right? And she wants to help him. And I always thought I was like... If you try to put yourself in her shoes, it kind of makes sense, right? That she would do that. And also, here's the thing. People, like, don't want characters that make mistakes, But they make the plot so much more interesting.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Erica's version of Leon getting the stone is a lot more interesting than Ephraim's. Oh.
Here, I'll throw you a quick one that I skipped by accident. Have you played Live Alive?
A little bit of it.
Yeah. What do you think of the character? I think his name is Ostrid. Ostrid?
I haven't played enough to really have a take. But another couple characters that get too much hate. Celica for similar reason. Can I get another paper towel?
Want more carrots?
Yeah. Thank you.
Like carrots more than you like celery, which is the opposite for me, so works out.
Or like Micaiah's another good one where Micaiah is just in a terrible no-good situation. And like I feel like people take the actions that she does out of that context. They're like, oh, she wanted to set the people on fire. I'm like, yeah, but why did she want to do that? And, like, the reason is she's in this terrible situation, right? Where she has to fight this army she has no chance of winning against in a straight-up fight. Or her entire country dies. And I'm like, man, I can forgive her making some bold decisions in that situation. Yeah, you guys are right. We do. We're not very good about, like, giving, female characters any grace.
No.
In this community.
Most communities.
Like, whenever a woman does something bad in Fire Emblem, we judge them so harshly compared to a dude.
How are you doing?
I'm dying.
This one comes from Kate. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you, Kate. I'm not doing great. But I only have one sauce left. Hi, Tricky. This is a stream where I eat hot sauces and cry.
I'm also here.
So, I think another thing is, like, another good example of this is, like, I also think that we, like, treat characters more nicely when, like, we're not good on mental health either in Fire Emblem, especially if a character's, like, mental health or trauma is really messy. Like Rhea is a character that I don't think gets enough, like, grace when we talk about, like, not that we need to like Rhea or appreciate what she does, but I feel like we under discuss the, like, we give Dimitri and Edelgard more breaks than we give Rhea for their trauma. And because Rhea's is, like, messier, and I think because we're predisposed to not like the church. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think if we can, like, have a nuanced take on Dimitri, then we can have a nuanced take on Rhea, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
And that nuanced take doesn't have to result in us liking her. But I think it should at least be part of the discussion. I'm gonna get a little more water for this last sauce.
Go for it. Let's see. Let's see if there are any of these that I know the answer to. But yes, my plan was very much to... I knew the bomb would be pretty rough, so...
Bomb was horrible.
Did it just taste bad, too?
Yeah, it doesn't taste
Yeah.
good.
Unfortunately.
So...
Yeah, we originally were gonna use some soy milk, but it's
so we have soy milk in the fridge that is not supposed to be expired. Like, it's before the use by date. but it's got a smell and it's coming out real thick, so I didn't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
But the result is that I'm doing this with water and no milk, which means I am harder than the people that do it on the show.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Doing the last one?
It is time for the last dab.
Nice.
A smaller one. I'm gonna be kind to myself.
Trying to find a really tiny one?
Like, I'm trying to find a small one that isn't like a baby, you know? Like, we'll use this one. This is like a medium-sized one.
Like shaking a little bit. Oh, jeez.
Hold up. So, it is the last dab. I am a soy boy, it's true. The tradition on Hot Ones, on the last sauce, the last dab, we apply a little extra dab on top. And I will be doing it.
I'm like scared you're gonna like fucking spill it or something. I think we're good.
There's the extra dollop of the last dab, Scoville Units TBA. They have not finished testing it yet. They use the Apollo pepper, which is a hybrid of, I believe, the Carolina Reaper and Pepper X, which are, I think, 2 of the 3 hottest peppers in the world. So pray for me.
Alright, so I've got you a fun one for this last one. Out of all of the playable child characters in all of Fire Emblem, which one would you want to adopt and why?
Holy crap.
Do you need a
I'm
moment?
good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, okay.
I'm good. Yee! Dwyer, because he's my baby boy.
And why?
Because he's my baby boy. He's very sweet, and he's cute, and he has nice hair, and he would be good at tasks.
You want a child that's good at tasks?
I'd rather a child that's good at tasks than a child that's bad at tasks.
I guess that's fair, yeah. I knew that one would probably be short. I wasn't sure if it would be Dwyer or Jean or whatever. But one question I really enjoyed is tell us the story of how you became Fire Emblem engaged to your fiancé.
One moment. I just need a minute to process
but you need
what's...
to tell the very sweet story
I will.
of how we've gotten engaged.
I will. I
It's
just
important.
I need to process what's happening to me real quick.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. Thank you for the gifted subs,
Appreciate it.
Holy shit. Can I have a paper towel?
You have? Okay, I'll get you another one.
Oh, I do have one.
Running out of these.
Yeah. So, we met in college. We went to different colleges. And my best friend from high school went to the same college. And I was playing League of Legends with my friend from college.
Back in the days of Skype.
Yeah, we were on Skype. We were playing League of Legends. And you were in the room.
Yes, I was in the room with her, so.
And you came over and said, "You sound like Critical."
Yeah, I was like, oh, your friend sounds like Critical. Like, this was back before Critical's face reveal or anything. This was a while.
Hi, Ben. I know Arsenal hat. I'm dying for 2 reasons today.
And then we kind of were just subsequently wound up sort of in the same friend group as a result.
But we didn't talk that much right when that happened.
6-7 months or so?
Yeah.
At least. Or maybe it was a full year, actually.
We started talking a lot more
Yeah, it was a full year.
when we started playing D&D together.
Yes.
Fuck.
And he went to college like 4 hours away or so.
Yeah, so
he would come
occasionally
visit.
I visited.
Yeah. And
Um,
then when we got together, I got to go visit too. So.
the last dab was a mistake.
How's the taste on it?
You know, it wasn't bad.
But you wouldn't eat it again?
So we started playing D&D together. And our characters were dating.
Which was probably not a great idea, but... Oops. I'll blame you for that, I guess. Your idea.
That's on me. And we started dating in real life.
About a year after that.
Yeah, I was dating, a girl at my college at the time.
And it was funny, because I was like, I realized I had a crush on Brian, and I was like, oh no, he's in a happy relationship, and literally less than 24 hours later, they broke up. And I was like, oh, maybe I actually do have to deal with this now.
Yeah, that was not a great relationship. But, big upgrade. Huge upgrade.
Thank you. I should hope so.
So then we did the long distance thing for a while. I graduated a year earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and lived back home in New Jersey for a while, and I did web development for my local county government. And,
Nerdy love story, yeah.
that was for about a year.
Got to know each other through playing League of Legends and Dungeons and Dragons, maybe a little bit.
And then you graduated and moved to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'll also move to Austin.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Austin, and then like 2 months later, the pandemic hit.
And we got locked in a building with each other, essentially.
So we were locked in a building with each other for a while. And then we got engaged a long ago now, yeah?
Yeah, this past August.
And there's a butterfly garden that we went to. And we got engaged there.
Yeah, it was very nice. Getting married in September, so yep, year of engagement. Alright, one last question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite unit in all of Fire Emblem?
Favorite unit?
Yes.
Unit suggests to me like...
Yes, mechanically
gameplay.
instead of narratively.
I think maybe the best unit feel in all of Fire Emblem ever might be Pent in Fire Emblem 7.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Well, because you didn't play Fire Emblem 7.
Yeah, but like, I feel like I hear about like popular characters, at least through you or someone else.
And
often
here's
enough.
the reason I think Pent has great unit feel. Or like, and maybe unit feel's the wrong word, but like the reason I like Pent so much. So you get Pent first as a green unit in the desert chapter, right? And he dominates everything. You're like, man, this guy's awesome. He's killing all the enemy units. I wish he was in my army. And then you get him, and he is just as good as you expected. He destroys everything. He even has staff utility, if you want him to staff things. But it's like one of those units where they like really hype up a unit, and then he totally lives up to the hype. And then, like, FE7 also has dope animations. I think it's cool that he's married. We don't get enough units that are, like, in an existing relationship. That's not really related to unit feel. But Pent is really cool, and I like him. 7 is the one with Ellawood, Hector, and Lynn. The first one to come out in the US.
Everything, and everything that wasn't asked is kind of wrapped into... Oh, okay, I guess the only one I didn't ask is, if you could move anywhere in the world you wanted, where would you go?
Ooh, that's tough. So I haven't been, like, a lot of places outside the US. And I think, like, there's a lot of headaches to moving out of the U.S.,
Well, imagine
right?
if there was no headache.
So
yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, so
Yeah.
that's the reason I haven't really seriously considered moving out of the U.S. ever. But, like, if we ignore the barriers to, like, moving out of a country, right? And, like, you know, maybe if my family were all there and I had friends there, etc. You know, all the barriers, say there were no barriers. I absolutely loved the time I spent in Germany. And I could totally see myself, like, living in Dresden. I really enjoyed when we were in Dresden. And I'd like to go back at some point. So, like, if I were to just, like, if there's no barriers to moving, I think that would be a cool place to live.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's all the questions we have. How are you?
Well, I did it. I did it.
Yay!
And it's done, and I'm not dead.
Congratulations. Got some hat hair there. Oh, goodness. You could not catch me doing that on the stream.
All right, hold on. I do feel okay enough to do the engage character sorter, I think.
All right, sounds good.
Do you want to be here for that?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
asking me questions, and
But go get yourself a little more water. Take 5.
yeah,
I think
we're
is
gonna.
probably-
I'm gonna just move these and get another glass of water, and then we can rate some engage units. But thank you for helping me.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
appreciate you
chat.
asking the questions.
Yeah, and thank you all for sending stuff in. This was fun to go through. For
Yeah,
sure.
this was a lot of fun. Thank you to
Yeah.
everyone that asked a question. Also, stay tuned. In a few weeks, we'll be doing the next charity stream incentive, which was the cosplay stream. You guys voted for Gold Mary because you have immaculate taste. God bless. So I've ordered a lot of the pieces for that. So they just have to come in. I don't know exactly when they're going to come in, but I'm thinking probably somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks from now we'll do the Gold Mary stream. And you guys can see what perfection looks like on stream. But yeah, here, let me move some stuff off of right in front of me and get some water, and then we'll do the engage character sorter.
Turn off the camera.
Oh yeah. Here, we'll go to
Yeah.
BRB.
Thank you.
Hey guys. Oh, we can keep listening to the Fire Emblem lo-fi while we do this order. Let's reduce my camera size and get the sword around. You know, I do actually feel mostly recovered. I'm certainly not dying anymore, you know? Yeah, maybe not fully recovered, but pretty recovered. Can I feel my tongue? I wish I couldn't feel my tongue. I definitely can feel my tongue. Let's see. Get the... Here, I'm gonna lower the volume on the music a little bit. The roof of my mouth feels okay. You guys can voice your opinions if you want. I do not promise to take them into account, but you're welcome to voice them. Alright, I'm gonna be rating these guys just based on how much I like them, right? We're not doing a unit. We're not doing a unit tier list here. Let's see. And some of these are gonna be rapid fire. I'm only gonna really talk a lot about them if it's a contentious one for me. I like Vale better than Seadoll. I like Kagetsu better than Celestia. I don't like Celestia that much. She has some cool lines at the end. But the four hounds feel like a kind of a missed opportunity to me. Like, I think they could have been just a little better. Ooh, Pandreo versus Rosado is tough. I like both these guys. I like Rosado's... Oh, I was thinking Zephyia, not Celestia. Ha! I don't care much about Celestia either. I like Pandreo's personality better, but I like Rosado's design a lot better. I'm gonna go with Pandreo, but it's close. Zelkov's cooler than Alir. I love Fogado. Ooh, Amber versus Chloe. I feel like people really like Chloe, which is interesting. I find her a little boring. I don't think the food thing is that interesting of a gimmick. Amber annoyed me a bit at first because I like people do really like Chloe's design, but I don't get the hype. It's nice. She looks good, but like, is it... I remember when the design came out and people were like, this finally a good Engage design. And I was like, is it that good? I don't know. Doesn't appeal that much to me personally. Amber's design appealed to me a lot. I initially, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, he kind of reminds me of Eldigan. And then I didn't like him the first playthrough because he's nothing like Eldigan, right? Music's still a little loud here. I'll lower it. So I didn't like Amber at first because I was like, man, I wanted you to be like Eldigan, and you're a funny, goofy man. Oh, here, we can... I don't have a lizard today, so we can move hectorcopter down here, and chat can actually be visible. But now I like Amber. I've embraced silly Amber Man. Oh yeah, I don't think I shouted this out this stream, but we have a Discord. I think it's linked in the description. It might be. If it's not, it's linked in all of my other video descriptions, but I don't actually remember if I put it in this one. Between Nell and Marnie, definitely Nell. I like Nell. Marnie's cool. I think... Damn it, it's not linked in the description. Let me just put it in the chat. Let me just put it in the chat. There's the Discord link. Come join the Discord and chat with us about things. Ooh, Jean versus Ivy. I feel like this would probably be easy for most people, but I actually really like Jean. I think he's funny. I like his voice. But I also like Ivy. I think she has one of the stronger characters in the game. I am gonna go with Ivy, but I like Sean. Oh, easy Gold Mary. Gold Mary beats everyone. Tamara versus Gregory. I know that, like, I meme Gregory a lot, but I'm not actually that high on Gregory. I just think he's kind of funny. Whereas Tamara, I actually quite like. I wish she had more screen time in the game, but I think she's funny. I like her scene where she is, like, telling people to be who they want to be. So I like Tamara better than Gregory. Ooh, Citrine and Saline, both characters I like. Saline, I think, is one of the characters that actually got enhanced for me by the Xenologue. I thought Slaline was really great. But I think I still like Citrine a bit better. Citrine's one of my favorite characters. Madeline, I don't know. I don't have, like, a strong opinion on a lot of the 4 wins I don't have a strong take on because I haven't read all their supports. Whereas I like Diamant. I think he's one of the stronger characters in the game. And he is integral to the strongest arc of the game, which is the Brodia arc. So for me, it's Diamant. I don't like Bunet's licking gimmick that much. Lizard likes Tamara, admitting she's a good unit and tanks everything confirmed. Look, I do like Tamara. Tamara, I think last time I did one of these, Tamara was pretty high on my list. I like Anna better than Bunet. I don't like the licking gimmick that much. Linden versus Yunaka. So I think it is Yunaka for me, but I'm gonna make the maybe a hot take. I think Yunaka is a little overrated as a character. I think she has a really good entry chapter. Like, she joins and she's more interesting than a lot of the other units that have joined so far. But I feel like that's not built on in a super interesting way. Like, it feels like there's, like, going to be a really interesting character and backstory there when you get into the supports, but then I don't really feel like there is. But I like her. I like her a little better than Linden. But I do like Linden too. How are subjective opinions overrated? All I mean when I say overrated is that people like this unit more than I do, and I don't think they're as exciting. Alchrist versus Clan. I like Alchrist. Clan is alright. At first I thought Clan was just gonna be like the pickle guy. But there is a little more to him than just being the pickle guy, but I still prefer Alchrist. He has some good supports. Again, an important member of, I think, the strongest arc in the game. I think Panette is so funny. Panette really won me over on her bond supports with Lucina, where Lucina is freaking out about bugs, and Panette is like, ooh, I'm gonna put that bug in a jar and keep him. Mavier versus Vale. Sorry, Vale. Mavier is cooler than you. I like Mavier a lot. I supported him my first time. He's great. Etier versus Kagetsu. I like Etier. I used her a lot in my first playthrough. But Kagetsu is such a delight. He's really hard to top. Especially his Boucheron support makes me smile. He just wants a quiz, you know? So it's gotta be Kagetsu. Again, with the 4 wins, it's tough because I just don't know enough about them. So the 4 wins are going to end up ranked very low. Don't take that as, like, I hate the 4 wins. I have not seen their supports yet. So they're going to end up low just because I don't know much about them. Ooh, Marin versus Pandreo. Like I said, I really like Pandreo's personality and gimmick. I like his gimmick better than, like, Marin, I think. Like, I think his personality is a little better. But I like Marin's personality and her design. So I am going to put Marin above Pandreo, but I like both of those units. I think Jade really suffers from, like, being a unit that nobody wants to use. Because she has some cool supports. I think her being a humor writer is funny. Her support with Diamant is really good, where they're just, like, writing about horrible Tom and Jerry-esque things happening to Amber. But I still like Zelkov a bit better. And I think this is the first unit I'm gonna put Alir above too. I think Alir plays a very good straight man role in this game where people are doing all sorts of unhinged stuff, and then Alir is like, oh god, why are you doing that? I think that's very amusing. So I'm going to put Alir above. Hortensia versus Fogado. That's tough. I think Hortensia has one of the strongest arcs in the story. Mainly because she is one of the only characters that has an arc in the story. And it's executed decently well, I think. But I still think I like Fogado a little bit more. I like his kind of bubbly personality. He's got a cool design. He's on a horse. So I'm going to put Fogado. But Hortensia is going to go above Lapis. Lapis, I think, has a good design. I like her design. I like her wrestling with a bear story. But I don't think she has a, like... To me, that doesn't quite equal the great arc that Hortensia has. Why are you on the Fogado hate train? What's wrong with Fogado? Amber versus Gris. I do think Gris is really funny. But I feel like I mostly like Gris because of, like, the memes, you know? Like, I like when we make jokes about Gris. I like the community memes. But, like, I don't know how much I actually like Gris in the story. And I think for that reason, I'm going to put Amber ahead of him, because I do actually like Amber. I am going to put Gris above Chloe, though. I just don't feel that strongly about Chloe, but Gris is my funny boy. Vander versus Nell. So I think it's going to be Nell. I like Nell. I think her design is a banger. And I like her personality for like 2/3 of the Xenologue, right? I think when we get into the end, it starts to get a little bit weird. But I like at the beginning when she's like a little like cold. And I like Nell for that. Now, Vander does have some good supports. If you haven't read the Vander Pandreo support, I highly recommend it. It's really funny. He, like, throws out his back trying to dance. It's hysterical. But I'm going to go with Nell. I'm going to put Vander over Marnie, though. And Marnie, I know a lot of people like Marnie, but I feel like Marnie is in the unfortunate position of being used for, like, plot development for other characters. Like, I think Marnie could be really interesting if you could recruit her and then, like, talk to her, right? About, like, the way that she grew up and, like, why she joined the Hounds and how she feels about the things that she did while working for the Hounds. But we don't get that because she's not recruitable. So I think there was potential for Marnie to be really interesting, but I don't think it's quite realized in the game. Ivy over Zephyia for sure. I don't like Zephyia that much. Gold Mary over everyone. I'm not gonna... I feel bad. So I know that people really like Sami, but I feel bad ranking Sami above, like, anyone. I get he is a cute dog, but I prefer actual units. Tamara versus Alfred. I like Alfred quite a bit. I also like Tamara quite a bit, though. I do think the being sick angle on Alfred is pretty cool. Like, it adds an interesting dynamic to his supports. I do think it was a mistake to never have the disease come up in the plot. Because Alfred, like, I think is not an interesting character, or is a significantly less interesting character if you don't know about the Saline A support. Whereas, I suppose Tamara also needs supports, right? Because she doesn't get that much screen time in the game. But I'm giving Tamara a little bit of an edge. If Alfred discussed I really think that they should have touched on the Alfred stuff in the main plot. I will put him above Greg, though. Citrine over Boucheron, Saline over Boucheron. I am not fond of Nil. Yeah, I'm not fond of Nil at all. When the manga does more to foreshadow his illness. I need to read the manga. I've seen some of the art, and the art is really cool. I need to check it out. Anna versus Louis. I do not like Louis very much. I think, like, his original gimmick was kind of creepy, and the localized version doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, because he has supports where he's just watching people, and they're like, why are you looking at people? That's weird. And I'm like, oh, why? I don't know. I don't like Louis. Hi, Valkyrie. Ooh, Bonet versus Louis. His original gimmick, I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, it was watching women, right? Whereas they changed it to like a people watcher gimmick in the localization. I think I like Bonet better than I like Louis. I really don't like Louis. I do like Yunaka better than Fram. Although I will say, I actually find Fram pretty endearing. I know people don't like the whole, like, oh, the Divine Dragon looked at me, but to me, I think it's funny. But I think Linden is funnier with his, Thunder abilities. So I'm gonna put Linden. Allcrest over Lumera. So here's the thing. I don't care too much for Lumera, except I think she has 2 good scenes. I think her scene at the end of 24 is good. And I like her scene in 25 when she's, like, Psycho Lumera with the big crazy eyes. So I think that might put her above Clan. I really like the crazy eyes. So, hi, Asui. Hi, Devin. Ooh, Morb versus Panette. I like both these units, or these characters, quite a bit. But I'm gonna go with Morb. He is my little baby boy. Let's see, Panette or Vale? I do like both of them. I'm gonna go with Panette. And I'm gonna go with Alir over Vale. I think, Alir's, you know, plot is a little bit stronger. I really wish, I'll explain why I call him Morb in a moment. I really wish, that at the end, towards the end of the game, when, spoilers for Engage, obviously, by the way, don't watch this if you care about Engage spoilers. When Alir becomes the Fire Emblem, I really wish Alir became like an actual ring, and then Vale could become the main character for the rest of the game. I think that would have been cool. I think it would have made the death scene feel more weighty, rather than like a thing that like ultimately didn't really matter. So that's my take on that. I call him Morb because it's like a community meme. I don't know if there's a reason we all call him Morb, but other people call him Morb, and I just kind of started doing it. I think it also had to do with like how people were calling him and Vale the spoiler characters. Because people call Vale Venom sometimes. Oh, he's Morb in the code? Is that why? That's pretty funny. Kagetsu over Marin, but it's close. Marin over Etier. Pangereo over Etier. These guys are pretty close for me, but I think it's Rosado. I like I know we got some Fogado disenjoyers in the chat, but I really like Fogado. I will put Zelkov over Hortensia, though. I think I'll put Hortensia over Alir, Alir over Lapis. Ooh, now this one's tough, because these are both units where I just think their supports are kind of funny. But whose supports do I like better? I like the bear wrestling one, but I think I like more of Jade's. Nell or Amber? I like Nell quite a bit. I think I am going to put Nell above Amber, but I'm going to put Amber above Vander. I'm going to put Vander above Gris. I'm going to put Gris above Marnie, but again, sad that we just didn't get more time with Marnie. Yeah, it's just hard. I really want to like Marnie, but I feel like we just don't get enough time. Gold Mary is perfection, of course. I like Saphir, but I like Ivy more. I think Jean is funny. Saphir over Zephyr, though. Ooh, this is a tough one. I like both of these characters, but I think I like Citrine more. I think Citrine's thing where she just throws money at people but won't give any to the army is really funny. I like her outfit. The mismatched earrings, I think, is really cool. She's got good drip. I think I might like Saline a little better than Tamara, too. I wouldn't have said that before the Xenologue, but Slaline was really funny. I liked Slaline a lot. I will put Tamara above the Boosh, though. Same with Alfred. Ooh, Anna or Diamant? I do think this is, like, the best version of Anna. Or, like, it's my favorite version of the Anna character. I like that it's a little different. She has a good design, you know, depending on to the extent to which you can move past her being, like, 6. So it depends, like, I think I like, I am gonna go Diamant. I think he has his arc in the story that's really good, and he has a few really good supports. I really love his support with Jade, and I like his support a lot with Diamant as well. Or his support with Ivy, not his support with Diamant. Ivy, or Anna, I do think has the best crit quotes in the game, though. And those will put her above Madeline. I'm gonna put Madeline above Bonet, though. Ooh, I don't like either of these. I think Nil gets, like, negative value for being in a story a long time and me not liking him for the entire time. Whereas Bonet, I don't like, but I don't really have to talk to Bonet. He barely has any speaking parts. So I'm going to say Bonet gets the edge there. I really don't like Louis, though. Ooh, all Chris Yunaka. That's a tough one. Nil is based in main game. Oh, does he have good supports? I'll have to read his supports if they're good. Whew. Yeah, I mean, he does seem like a fun unit. But I am not taking unit viability into account here. I'm gonna go all Christ over Yunaka, but they're pretty close to me. Ooh, Linden or Lumera? I think Linden. Lumera just has, like, the 2 good scenes. I think Fram even above Lumera. Ooh, I do love Morbius. But I think I'm gonna put Kagetsu over him. The quiz thing is so funny to me. I think it's my favorite support in the game. And I like Kagetsu's design a lot, too. He's a pretty boy. I'm gonna put Morb above Marin, though. Ooh, Marin or Panette? I'm gonna go Marin. Yeah, I'm gonna go Marin, but it's pretty close. Not me betraying my husbando. Look, Morb is not gonna be the top. There's at least 2 units above him. Prefer Alir to Rosado. I think I prefer Vale as well. I do prefer Rosado to Seedal. Probably Etier as well. I don't hate Seedal, but I don't have any, like, strong opinions on him. Look, is Pandreo not just funnier than Panette? Like, I like both of them, but I feel like in the character department, I don't even think it's that close. Ooh, I do like Nell. But I also like Fogado. Here, I'll throw the Fogado haters a bone. We'll go Nell over Fogado. I'm gonna go Fogado over Amber, though. And Zelkov over Amber. And Hortensia over Amber. And Alir over Amber? This one's close. Yeah. I do prefer Amber to Jade, though, I think. I think Jade more than Vander. Vander just has a couple supports that I really like. I don't think he's, like, that much of an interesting element in the plot. So I'm really leaning on the supports, and he just has a few funny ones for me. But not that many. Ooh, a tough one, kind of, but Goldberry is perfection. This is the actual tough one, Citrine or Ivy. I think I like their supports a similar amount, but Ivy gets some moments in the plot to shine that I enjoy, and I think that puts her over the top for me. But definitely Citrine over Jean, Slaylene over Jean. I think it would have been Jean over Slaylene prior to Xenologue, though. You respect the love for Goldberry. Good. Everybody should love Goldberry, okay? Goldberry is perfect. We have Alfred and Jean. This one's a tough one. I like Jean. I like his being a doctor. But I think I'm gonna go with Alfred. But I will put Jean over the Boucheron and Saphir over Boucheron. I feel bad putting so many people over Boucheron because I don't dislike Boucheron. I just have like zero thoughts on the boy. Like, he's just a guy, you know? Or at least that's how it feels to me. Okay, like I said, I just don't know enough about the 4 wins. But Zephyia at least has a couple good scenes going for her. Ooh, the Brothers' War. So this is purely as characters. If we were doing like unit, like gameplay stuff, then Alchrist sweep. But I think I like Diamant as a character more than Alchrist. I like Alchrist's gimmick. I think it works well in some supports, but then I don't think it works well in some other ones. Like, I think the support with the wolf is dumb, for example. And I like Diamant's design a bit. It is Diamant, but it's close for me. And I prefer Anna to Alchrist. But Alchrist over Madeline, Yunaka over Madeline, Linden over Madeline, Fram over Madeline. The poor 4 wins, man. Lumera over Madeline exclusively for the crazy eyes. Ooh, Pickle or Madeline? Pickle, but it's close. I like Nell quite a bit, but she does... I don't love the end of the Xenologue, whereas I like Kagetsu pretty much all the time. I'm gonna put Morb above Nell as well, and Marin, and Pandreo. This one's kind of close. Because I like Panette, but I'm not in love with Panette like I am with some of the other ones. Well, I am in love with Panette, but mostly for gameplay reasons. Look, I feel like I'm nicer to clan than most people. I'm a clan enjoyer compared to the average Fire Emblem citizen, I think. I like Fogato more than Panette, and Zelkov, and Hortensia, and Alir, and Amber. Not Jade, though. Although I do feel like Jade really suffers from me just not wanting to use her. Like, I know I'm rating them as characters, but, like, using units does just make me like them more, you know? I do think she's more interesting than Seedall, though. I don't think Seedall's very interesting. Ooh, Celestia or Gris? I'm gonna go Gris. I prefer Gris scenes to Celestia scenes. I find Ivy more interesting than Diamant. I love Citrine. And we'll put Diamant above Slaylene, I think, though. I think the Brody arc's better than the Firene arc, and I think the average Diamant support is better than the average Slaylene support. I like Slaylene better than Yunaka, though. I like Tamara better than Yunaka. I like Alfred better than Yunaka. As you can tell, I'm not huge on Yunaka. I feel like this is the first Saphir matchup where I actually have to think about it a bit. Because I like both of these units just fine. I think Saphir's design is cool. I'm gonna give the edge to Yunaka, but it's close. Okay, I like Saphir better than Lumera, though. She has at least 2 scenes that I like, Saphir. Yeah, Saphir's support list does include that, but do I give that credit to Saphir, or do I give that credit to Gold Mary, you know? It's hard to say. I like Gregory better than Madeline. Gold Mary's the GOAT. Ooh, this is kind of tough. I'm gonna say Kagetsu, but it's close. I like Ivy more than Morb and Citrine. I like Morb more than Diamant, though. I like Diamant more than Marin. I like Marin more than Anna. I like Pandreo more than Anna. I like Nell more than Anna. I like Fogado more than Anna. I like Zelkov more than Anna. I like Hortensia more than Anna. I like Alir more than Anna. I think I like Anna more than Amber, though. I do like Amber better than Yunaka. It's not that I don't like Sami, I just feel bad rating him above, like, actual characters. I don't know, cause Sami's not really a character. He's just a cute little guy, you know. I like Yunaka better than Panette. I think Linden is funnier. Hi, Young Bob. You guys are gonna see my we're gonna see my bias here, because usually what I do when I do these is I either rate Alir male or I rate Alir female, and then I don't rate the other one. But this time I rated both of them, so we're gonna see which one I like better here. Hi, Blind Coco. I'm glad you think I handled it like a champ. I certainly handled it like something. That much is true. So all you have to do to be above Lumera is be good in at least 2 scenes, because there are only 2 Lumera scenes I like. Oh, this is close. Vander's only got a couple supports I really like. I might give Lumera the edge over Vander. Yeah, this is no real knock on the wins. I just don't know much about the wins. Oh ho! Thank you for the 776 donation. By the way, for those of you that don't know, the Dono campaign is technically open until tomorrow. So tomorrow, the all of the money from the donation stream will go to the Trevor Project. You thought I had notifs off? No, I always have notifs on. Chloe, I like more than Gregory. Celestia. Alright, let's see what we got here. We've got Gold Mary, Kagetsu, Ivy in the top 3. That does not surprise me. Citrine, Morb, Diamant, Marin, Pandreo, Nell. Ooh, Nell squeaked into the top 10. Fogado. Let's see the difference between our Alirs. We have female Alir at 13 and male Alir at 26. So apparently I'm a simp, I guess. And the bottom we have we have Louis, Nil, and Bunet. That seems about right to me. Simp moment, cringe, true. Look. You can't complain about me being cringe. You've been here long enough that you have seen plenty of cringe. So you would not be here if you were not okay with some cringe. But yeah, so we've done our list. We did our hot sauces. And I think that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for submitting questions. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun watching me suffer. You know, if you want to hang out more, join the Discord. Here's the link to the Discord. Why am I being weighted? What's up, Akira? Oh, do you guys want the Lords by Heat? Here, we could do that. That won't take that long. That'll be quick. Okay, here, we're gonna do... Doesn't finish. Finishes. Dies. Cries. Nose running. Handles like a champ. Does that seem right? These categories seem about right? Let's do it in like game order. Is there a tier for... Here, we'll do, add a row above. Da Bomb Enjoyer. And we're gonna do this in chronological, like, game release order. So we're gonna start with FE1, we got Marth. I don't think Marth is very good with his hot sauces. But I do think he would finish. I think Marth would finish. I'm gonna put him in Cries. I think he would finish. I don't think he would take it very well, though. Alm. I think Alm is terrible with spices. And I think Celica is too, but here's the difference. I think Celica is doesn't finish. I think Alm is finishes, dies. I don't think... I feel like Alm is like a never give up when maybe he should type of guy, you know? So after that, we have... FE3 has no new Lord for us. 4, we have Sigurd. Yeah, so here's the question. How many Scoville units is the Meteor Tome? I think he doesn't finish. I think he's learned his lesson. I think Seliph does a lot better, though. He's got the inherits. You know, he gets fed all the XP, Chapter 1. I don't think he quite handles like a champ, but I think Seliph does well. Alright, you guys may be swaying me on Sigurd. Now, Leaf is my first pick, and I don't really have a reasoning for this. I think Leaf handles it like a champ. I think, like, by the end of Thracia, I'm assuming, like, we're at the end of the game, and we're doing the hot sauce challenge. I think Leaf is, like, fine. He's good. He's in there. So we have FE6 Roy. And I'm putting Roy in Cries. I think he's similar to Marth. I just don't think that he would do well with spices. Leaf is adaptable, oh my god. So yeah, Roy is cries. Well, Lilina is in here for some reason, so we're going to rank her. I think Lilina would do better than Roy. I'm putting her in nose running. Let's see. We have 7. We got a few lords in this one. I think Lynn is a bomb enjoyer. She likes her spicy food. She's great. I think she would be eating this stuff for fun. Ella Wood, I think, would do better than Roy. I think he would. I think he's a little tougher. He's still, you know, he's not going to handle it like a champ. But, you know, some nose running. I think Hector would handle it like a champ. I think he would do well. And that brings us to my favorite lords. Well, my favorite lord and a lord that I like fine. Ephraim, I think, is, I'm going to say Ephraim is finishes dies. Because I think he won't give up on it, but maybe he should. Erica, I don't think would finish. I think this is the Celica situation, but again. Let's put them, and let's do it like this, so they're next to each other. So after that, we have 9. I don't think Ike would do very well with spices, but Ike's a pretty tough guy. He would, which is to say he would definitely finish. And I don't think he would die. It's does he cry or is he nose running though? I'm gonna say nose running. That's what my gut is saying. Especially since I'm imagining like for Leaf we said end of Thracia, right? So I'm imagining like end of FE10 Ike. I think he could take a little bit of spice, you know? See, then that's Shadow Dragon, and then New Mystery, and then Awakening. Crom. Where are you, Crom? Oh, I forgot Micaiah. I think Micaiah handles it like a champ. I feel like Micaiah does not even break a sweat eating hot sauces. I also forgot Sonicy. Sonicy, I think Sonicy cries. I think there is a big difference in their tolerance to spice. I did forget about Alencia too. Imagine me forgetting like all of the units in Tellius. I don't think Alencia would finish. I think Alencia would give up. That's my prediction for Alencia. And with that, we can move on to Awakening. Let's see. Crom. I think Crom would be nose running. I think he could finish. I think it would be nose running. I think Lucina, probably a little worse with spice than Crom. I think. Probably, you know, she just seems like she wouldn't do as well with spice to me. Well, Crom survives bear meat, but like bear meat isn't spicy, it's just yucky. Robin, I think, also cries. I don't think Robin does well with spice. They may be good with Nosferatu, but I don't think you can nose tank the bomb, you know? Okay, that's gonna bring up Corin. And Corin, I'm gonna put in finishes dies. And here's let me explain my reasoning. So Corin grew up sheltered in the Norian castle, right? And I cannot imagine that... Ooh, that's a good call on Grima. or Grima. I'm gonna move up to nose running though. Handles like a champ does not feel right to me for Robin. So Corin grew up in the Norian castle the whole time and ate vegetable chowder or surf and turf, depending on which version of the game you're in. Neither of which strike me as particularly spicy. So, but also, Corin is like a never give up type, right? I mean, look at Conquest and doing all this stuff for Garen, right? So I think Corin would finish and die. Ryoma. I'm leaning towards nose running for Ryoma. He seems like a guy that could handle some spice to me. You know? Xander less so. I think he would finish, but I think he would be crying. I feel like Norians probably don't have like a ton of spicy food. Yes, I was about to say Blind Coco. Byleth is a Dabom enjoyer. Like, Byleth is just chugging this stuff, and is fine. 100% Byleth is a Dabom enjoyer. Not a doubt in my mind on that one. Claude, I think, handles it like a champ. I think Dimitri and Edelgard both are crying. That's my read on them. So I'm trying to think if I should even rate these guys, because I don't know anything about them, really. I would just be rating them on vibes. You know, you might be right that Dimitri doesn't finish. Dimitri might quit. But I don't think Edelgard is a Dabom enjoyer. I think Edelgard would absolutely finish, but I don't think she takes it that well. Dimitri is immune to spice? What is this Dimitri is immune to spice? And is this a plot point I missed? Does Dimitri have no taste buds? Can he actually not taste anything? Am I being debated? Oh, okay. Well, then I guess he handles it like a champ. Well, there's the list, ladies and gentlemen. We have, see, this all looks about right to me. Where would Alir go? That's a good question. I don't know that Alir would finish. I think Alir might be doesn't finish. Yeah, I'm gonna say Alir's doesn't finish. I think they would stop. Yeah, or die and then revive in time for the next map. True. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, guys, and for doing the Engage sorter, and for putting your questions in, and for watching this spice tier list. Vale is a Dabom enjoyer, I agree. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I will be going back to the regular schedule this week. So we'll have Conquest on Tuesday and Thursday, and then we will have The Last Promise on Saturday. And whenever the Gold Mary cosplay stuff comes in, then I'll schedule the cosplay stream. So come hang out. Also, I think my ending screen is still a little broken, so I'm going to put you on BRB.